Good morning everyone. Welcome back to GK Today. I hope you all are doing very well, and today we'll be discussing the most important MCQs for 28th of June 2024. Let's start with our session. The first question is, how many medals were won by India in the Under 17 Asian Wrestling Championships 2024? So Indian wrestlers have secured in total 11 medals, means 4 gold, 2 silver and 5 bronze at the Under 17 Asian Wrestling Championship that took place this year in Jordan. Okay, it held from 22 to 24th of June, and here the Indian delegation competed in the men's and the women's freestyle and the men's Greco-Roman categories in across 10 weight divisions per format. The event precedes the ongoing Under 23 Championship, and the 2023 Championship took place in Bishkek in the country of Kyrgyzstan. Okay, so in total India has won 11 medals in the Under 17 Asian Wrestling Championship which took place in Jordan. Also you have to remember the segregation. 11 medals consist of 4 gold, 2 silver and 5 bronze. Now let's see important championships that came into news. First question is, recently who won the FIDE Under 20 Girls World Chess Championships 2024? This is Divya Deshmukh. Okay. Recently where was the Asian Arm Wrestling Championship 2024 held? Answer is Tashkent in the country of Uzbekistan. Who has become the first Indian gymnast to win a gold medal at the 2024 Asian Gymnastics Championship? This is Deepa Karmakar. Okay. Next is, recently where was the first Asian Relay Championships 2024 held? Your answer is Bangkok in the country of Thailand. Chandru Ji, who recently clinched the WBC India Cruiserweight Championship title, belongs to which Indian state? Chandru Ji belongs to Tamil Nadu. Okay. Recently, where was the 64th International Sugar Organization Council meeting organized? So the 64th International Sugar Organization Council meeting began on 25th of June 2024, where in New Delhi, and it is hosted by India, which is obviously the current chairman of this council. Okay, so delegates from over 30 countries will discuss the sugar industry and the biofuel issues until 27th of June. Means already this meeting has been completed yesterday. India has been elected as chairman at last year's meeting in London. Okay, and don't forget that also India is the second largest sugar producer and the largest consumer globally, which contributes 20% to the global production and 15% to the consumption. Okay, so what is the venue for 64th meeting of International Sugar Organization Council? Answer is C option, New Delhi, India. Now let's see some meets that came into news. Which country recently hosted the 46th Antarctic Treaty Consultative Meeting? This is India. India has hosted the 46th edition of Antarctic Treaty Consultative Meeting. Recently, where was the foreign ministers meeting of the BRICS countries held? Your answer is Russia. Recently, where was the first Indo-Pacific Economic Framework for Prosperity Clean Economy Investor Forum meeting held? Your answer is the Singapore country. Recently, the Central Council for Research in Yoga and Naturopathy, in collaboration with Swayasa, organized a conference on yoga for space at which place? Your answer is Bangalore city. And when do we observe the International Yoga Day? It is observed every year on 21st of June. Recently, where was the International Conference on Nuclear Security held? Your answer is Vienna in the country of Austria. Okay. Next is, recently which state government has approved the establishment of one Prime Minister College of Excellence in all the districts of the state under National Education Policy? So in Madhya Pradesh state, Prime Minister College of Excellence will be inaugurated in all the 55 districts on 1st of July. Who is the Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh? Dr. Mohan Yadav. He announced a new drone policy, and here he emphasized to enhance the teaching for aviation agriculture and artificial intelligence job opportunities. So each college will also establish a center of traditional Indian knowledge, and to promote environmental awareness, educational gardens will be developed in all the government, non-government and the aided colleges. Fine. So Madhya Pradesh has approved the establishment of one Prime Minister College of Excellence in all the districts of MP under the National Education Policy. Now let's see some state related current affairs. The first question is, recently which state government has announced that state ministers will be responsible for paying their own income tax? This is again Madhya Pradesh. Madhya Pradesh cabinet has decided that state ministers must pay their own income tax, reversing a 1972 rule where the state government covered these taxes. Okay. So Chief Minister Mohan Yadav has announced the decision, emphasizing the end of the state's financial responsibility for the minister's income tax on salaries and perks. Okay, so MP has announced that state ministers in their state will be responsible for paying their own income tax, and not the state government would be responsible for it. Okay. Recently, the Ministry of Coal has initiated India's first ever pilot project for underground coal gasification, in which Indian state answer is Jharkhand. Which state government recently announced an increase in the annual income limit for the creamy layer of other backward classes from 6 lakh rupees to 8 lakh rupees? This is Haryana state. Recently, which state government has launched an intensified campaign to eradicate malaria from the state by the end of 2027? UP has launched this campaign so as to eradicate malaria from their state by the end of 2027. Raja Parv, recently seen in the news, is an agricultural based festival of which Indian state? It is celebrated in the state of Odisha. Okay. 1 week, 1 theme campaign recently seen in the news is associated with which field? Here answer would be science and technology, that is B option. So Union Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh has launched the 1 week, 1 theme campaign to highlight India's recent success in the science and technology field. Basic aim here is to integrate the CSIR lab efforts, and the initiative promotes innovation and benefits the citizens by creating employment opportunities and by empowering the MSMEs. Okay, not only MSMEs but also startups and researchers. So the launch saw 24 technology transfers and the product launches. The campaign aligns with PM Modi's vision to extend the scientific benefits beyond the labs so as to improve the living standard. Okay, so 1 week, 1 theme campaign is associated with science and technology sector. Now let's see some campaigns that came into news. The first question is, which non-governmental organization has recently launched a nationwide campaign, Puri Padhai Desh Ki Bhalai? Here answer is Child Rights and You. They have launched Puri Padhai Desh Ki Bhalai to enhance the girls' school attendance nationwide, because in India, the female literacy rates lag behind males, with significant dropout rates in the rural areas before the 5th grade. Okay. However, rural women's literacy has risen by 26% in the last decade. Girls' gross enrollment ratios at elementary, secondary and higher secondary levels surpass the boys, and this initiative aims to bridge the educational disparities and empower more girls through increased participation in the schools, right? So Child Rights in You, it is a non-governmental organization which has launched a nationwide campaign named as Puri Padhai Desh Ki Bhalai. Which ministry recently launched the National Stop Diarrhea Campaign 2024? This is the initiative of Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. Okay, who is our minister for it? JP Nadda. And JP Nadda has launched this National Stop Diarrhea Campaign. Basic aim here is to reach zero child death from diarrhea, and this is a 2-month drive basically, which involves distributing ORS packets and zinc to the children who are under 5. Initiatives like National Jal Jeevan Mission and Swachh Bharat Abhiyan have reduced the childhood diarrhea death. Emphasis is on sensitizing the health workers and enhancing the diarrhea management. Officials are requested to focus on cleanliness and prevention targets. Okay, so Ministry of Health and Family Welfare has launched the National Stop Diarrhea Campaign. What is the name of the campaign launched by Prime Minister on the World Environment Day 2024? So World Environment Day is celebrated every year on 5th of June. And this year Prime Minister Narendra Modi has launched a campaign on this occasion named as Ek Ped Maa Ke Naam. Okay. Recently, which state launched the Nakshatra Sabha, which is India's first astro-tourism campaign? The name of India's first astro-tourism campaign is Nakshatra Sabha, and it has been launched by Uttarakhand. Which state recently launched the Pirul Lao Paise Pao campaign to prevent the forest fires in the state? It is Uttarakhand. Fine. What type of missile system is the Javelin, recently seen in the news? So it is a man-portable anti-tank guided missile. India and the US are discussing to co-produce American Javelin missiles in India for its military needs, and Javelin is a man-portable anti-tank guided missile that has been developed by Raytheon and Lockheed Martin. It has been designed to defeat heavily armored vehicles and other targets like bunkers and the helicopters. It features a 2500 meters range, fire and forget infrared guidance, and a high explosive anti-tank warhead. It can be shoulder fired or vehicle mounted. Okay, so Javelin is a man-portable anti-tank guided missile. Now in the next slide we will see some important missiles that came into news. First is Skander M missile system, recently seen in the news, was developed by which country? So this missile system belongs to country Russia. Which country has recently unveiled their new deep standoff long-range air-launched ballistic missile named as Air Laura? It is the missile of Israel. Standard Missile 6, recently seen in the news, was developed by which country? Answer would be US. Minuteman 3 intercontinental ballistic missile, recently seen in the news, developed by which country? Answer is again US. What type of missile is Iris-T missile that was recently seen in the news? It is air-to-air missile. Okay. Next is Lake Natron, recently seen in the news, is located on the border of which two countries? Here answer is Tanzania and Kenya. Why this lake came into news? Because experts have reported a steady decline in the flamingo population at the Lake Natron due to extreme weather and encroachment. Okay? Look, it is located on the Tanzania-Kenya border, and this is a salt lake which is a part of Great Rift Valley, and also it is a Ramsar site. Its unique warm alkaline water creates ideal conditions for the flamingos. However, agriculture, pollution and climate change threaten the ecosystem, which is known for its striking red color. Okay, so Lake Natron is located on the border of Tanzania and Kenya countries. Now let's see some international current affairs. First question is, Seine River, recently seen in the news, is the second longest river of which country? It is the second longest river of France. Recently, India announced a medical e-visa facility for the citizens of which country? India has announced this medical e-visa facility for Bangladeshi people. Which airport recently became the first in the country to introduce a self-service baggage drop system? It is Indira Gandhi International Airport that lies in Delhi. Trent Boult, who recently announced his retirement from international cricket, belongs to which country? Answer is New Zealand. Which country hosted the 50th G7 Leaders Summit? Answer is Italy. Okay. Next is Goa Bay Wildlife Sanctuary, recently seen in the news, is located in which state or the Union Territory? It lies in Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Basically, the Great Nicobar Development Plan of Niti Aayog aims to promote the holistic development of Greater Nicobar, and the Standing Committee of National Board for Wildlife denotified the entire Goa Bay Wildlife Sanctuary, which is located in Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Why? For infrastructure development, and that's why opposition arises due to ecological impact, wildlife concerns, tribal rights violation, health risk for the Shompen tribe, along with seismic risk and local concerns. So project basically threatens 130 square kilometers of forest land, critical habitats and the ancestral lands of the Great Nicobaris. Okay, so Goa Bay Wildlife Sanctuary is located in Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Let's see the locations of important wildlife sanctuaries that came into news. First is Barda Wildlife Sanctuary, recently seen in the news, is located in which Indian state? It lies in Gujarat. Gandhi Sagar Wildlife Sanctuary, recently seen in the news, is located in which Indian state? It lies in MP. Binsar Wildlife Sanctuary, recently seen in the news, is located in which Indian state? It lies in Uttarakhand. Suhelwa Wildlife Sanctuary, recently seen in the news, is located in which Indian state? It lies in UP. Kondinya Wildlife Sanctuary is part of Andhra Pradesh. Okay. Next is, which organization recently collaborated with Manav Rachna University to install a global navigation satellite system receiver in the Delhi NCR? So MRU means Manav Rachna University has partnered with ISRO to install the Delhi NCR's first global navigation satellite system receiver. This initiative aims to enhance the research in atmospheric and space sciences. Basically, it offers engineering and science students the practical experience with satellite navigation technology. So this collaboration marks a significant step in advancing the educational and the research opportunities in these fields at MRU. Okay, so your correct answer is ISRO, that is A option. Now let's see some of the important satellites that were in news. Which state was the hardest hit by forest fires this season, means November to June, according to data collected by the MODIS sensor fitted onto NASA's Aqua and Terra satellites. So as per their data, Uttarakhand has been hardest hit by the forest fires this season. Recently, which country launched the multi-mission communication satellite? Here answer is Pakistan. Recently, the researchers of which country developed a tiny wooden satellite, the name of which is Lignosat. So this is the Space Agency of Japan, means JAXA. Here answer is Japan. Earth Cloud Aerosol and Radiation Explorer, means EarthCare satellite mission, recently seen in the news, is a joint venture between which two space agencies? It is a joint venture between the European Space Agency and the Japan Space Agency. Recently, which country developed the world's first satellite series named as Tiantong 1? Answer is China. Okay. Next is, Ubachi MAA, recently seen in the news, is an annual festival of which Indian state? So Ubachi MAA is celebrated in the state of Assam, and devotees nationwide are gathering at the Kamakhya temple of Assam in Guwahati for the annual Ubachi MAA. The Kamakhya temple is one of India's 51 Shakti Peeths, and it is located atop Nilachal hills, and it is basically dedicated to goddess Kamakhya, which is a form of goddess Parvati. Okay, so Ubachi MAA celebrates the goddess's annual menstruation, and the temple's architecture uniquely combines the traditional Nagara and Mughal styles, which is known as the Nilachala style. Okay, so simply we have to remember that Ubachi MAA is celebrated in the state of Assam. Now let's see some important festivals that were in news. First is, which state or the union territory recently organized the Hemis Festival 2024? Hemis Festival is celebrated in Ladakh. Raja Parv, recently seen in the news, is an agricultural based festival of which Indian state? It is a repeated question. Answer is Odisha. Sagar Dawa, a Buddhist festival, recently celebrated in which Indian state? It is a Buddhist festival of Sikkim. Gangamma Jatra, a folk festival, recently celebrated in which Indian state? Answer is Andhra Pradesh. Kuthan Dabar festival, recently seen in the news, is celebrated in which Indian state? Your answer is Tamil Nadu. Okay. Now last question is, recently who has been appointed as the leader of the House in the Rajya Sabha? Here very obvious answer is JP Nadda. Union Minister JP Nadda has been appointed as the leader of the House in Rajya Sabha, succeeding the Piyush Goyal, who is now a Lok Sabha member from Northern Mumbai, Maharashtra. Okay. So JP Nadda was nominated to the Rajya Sabha from Gujarat by the BJP in February this year. Fine. So who is the new leader of House in Rajya Sabha? Answer is JP Nadda. Let's see some recent appointments. Recently, who has been appointed as the pro tem speaker in the Lok Sabha? Here answer would be Bharat Ruhari Mehtab. Okay. Recently, who has been appointed as the next chief of army staff? This is Upendra Dwivedi. Recently, Allah Mai Halina has been appointed as the Prime Minister of which country? Answer is Chad country. Recently, who has been appointed as the President of the Confederation of Indian Industry for the term 2024 to 2025? This is Mr. Sanjeev Puri. And last is, recently which organization has appointed David Salvagnini as its first Chief Artificial Intelligence Officer? So NASA has appointed David Salvagnini as its first Chief AI Officer. Okay. So these are the most important current affairs and the news from today. And now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions, and at the end of the lecture do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, Meenu Hatsuna signing off.